surely respond to that question. All right.
Gotcha.
So um, the hike. Sometimes I say an hour and a half, but the hike is not really an hour and a half. It's because sometimes going we have sightseeing. We might just stop a little, look around, take pictures. But the hike is not really an hour and a half. But because of all that we do as we're going, then I just put the hike as an hour and a half. The good Jamaican woodpecker, known as the African drummer.
African drummer.
Yeah, and this bird that you're calling is an endemic. I'm also a special ornithologist.
Okay.
So
What's that?
I'm an ornithologist. So I specialize in birds.
Oh, okay.
I roughly have 375 species underneath my belt that I know well.
Oh. So this is almost like a bird sanctuary because of the greenery, trees, etc.
Yeah, I'd say yes, because of this area is forest reserve, but you will see like people with their private property, like this property here, they will debush it. That's what they're doing now, because they don't want it to be overgrown.
Okay.
And sometimes most of this land around here is on sale, so people come and clean it to make sure that it is pumped and ready for in case of somebody comes to wanted a piece of land to buy, they can show it up. There are a few houses along inside this property here, but they're hidden because they're natural. Like this one down here, for a beautiful place. We like to keep house party down there,
Oh.
right along the cliff side.
Who owns strawberry fields?
The Kings. Yes. So Bob Chase, the Chase I should say, not the Kings. They are Americans.
Oh, okay, okay.
It was once owned by a Jamaican, but I guess in the sell out the whole process
Oh man, they better need to hold on
for a
to
piece
it.
of land. And this is a gumbo limbo tree. We call it a tourist tree. What this is a scaling bark here. It's a tree that is not a tree to really play around with because it's soft and burns. And you see, like when you see the trees peeling, that's what it will do. See, I have experienced it already.
It peels the skin?
Yeah, it peels the skin. So this is what it does me. I went out at night night hunting for a Jamaican owl, but because I can't see that well and I'm parting in the bush just to get to that bird, I accidentally brushed my hand upon it.
Wow.
And it will last for roughly 2 weeks, and it scratch and it create like when your skin burn up,
Like
and when
water
it's ready
bubbles.
it peels. Yeah.
So,
To conquer it, what you have to do is put a piece of we say stocking over it. That's what controls it, and it heals very fast.
oh. After rain earlier.
Yeah, we had some rain yesterday about for as well. Very heavy shower.
So what's the more busier time?
Well, usually people tend to want to be a part of it in the like March, April. Summer is always good, but for my most busy season is when it touched coming in September, November.
Okay.
You get a few people in the summer too, but through the fall is not fully up in the summer. So by the summertime, the water is kind of dying down, but it's still in swing, but not as heavy as it is right now. We have some fig trees that are inside here that really has a unique root structure, like this one right here. It is light green, but when the sun hits it, oh god, it's just like a camouflage. What do you call that now? Glowing. The roots itself glow when the sunlight hits it, and it just brighten up the whole entire area. So we call this the bearded fig tree. And we have two types that I've known, which is the bearded and the strangling fig tree. And those are the ones that really takes hold of another tree and strangles it, wraps its roots around it, and kills it to take its position. Only the fittest will survive. That was more smaller and I always wonder, what do you mean by the fittest stuff to survive? But you see, when they get big, I just realize, oh man, this is what it is. There's another structure here, but I like that one down there more than this one. But you can see the whole entire like the root coming down from the trunk, and they send this root down because it wants to hold up that big trunk that goes across the path here. It's a smart tree.
A very smart tree. You have noonie along this path?
Noonie? Yeah.
What I'm saying?
Good path? Well, I remember when the first time they heard there was a rumor going around, oh, noonie can cure cancer, it can cure diabetes, it can cure all those things. But deeper research proved that that was just a lie. But at that time, everybody was rushing noonie. It becomes a very hot bread where people would pick it and sell it. But now, nobody's rushing noonie because noonie is only good to boost the immune system.
Okay.
It doesn't really cure cancer, it doesn't really cure diabetes. It's just like if you have a weak immune system, one, like a shot of it will help. But I said a shot of it with a gin, do a lot of trick.
See there? Whole team. Raquel, burn up already. Jody, alright?
No.
You know, let go the Cheetos though.
Sure. You on the right.
What you doing? You left the stick? No. You want me to park it up myself? Somebody take it up. Yeah. Somebody, I don't know what I saw when they moved it down.
I've got broke your next stick, man.
No, I don't know that, man. Feel it, mama, feel it. No, that's a swing punning rifle. No, swing punning.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. The trip.
Watch all the water behind.
Dead bird. Lego the Dragon Cross.
Alright, so the hike took us to what is called the Black Sand Beach. Trust me, this is an experience that you're gonna love. There's a lot of walking. We have already walked 6 miles. But trust me, it's worth it. The place is really beautiful.
You're looking at the Blowing Point Harbor, which is one of the biggest fishing zones for bays like Anota Bay, Port Maria, Robins Bay, Galena, and also Portland. Everybody come down here to catch some of the biggest fish. One of the biggest fish that we mainly go after is the marlin. Yes, that's one of the boys that they always hunt for. But inside here you can get tuna, bonito, kingfish, wow, mai, and lots more. But to really get that good look down here, feel free.
That water is not for swimming though.
It's always good to just take a stand up here and look down. So because you notice the water is stored up and it's dirty because of all that muddy the dirt and the sand mixed together to this region. But it's a very beautiful view. All of the white here is known as the white sand, and it's the beach that many people always go to. Like for instance, like Kwame I just into this harbor, but when the water is like this, you don't really have many people going down there at this time. The path is just through these bush, come down. You can even drive along with a bike.
Never fall down there so before, right?
No, and you know why that space is broken away?
Why?
Because they usually drive ATV bike here.
Oh.
And because that bike digs the road out, because when you rip it, it rips the road, and that's what caused that. So we actually stop it completely. But we're not getting any activity here, but most of the water is running on the back and soaking underneath the ground and going down. But a very beautiful place. Watch your step as you're coming up these pavement because it's kind of a little bit slippery. Beach, the cliffside here, that one that comes all the way out, that is known as the Blue End Point, and that's where you are coming from at this moment. That's where you park up, and you're walking from there. Now you're here.
Oh, this is a long way. Alright, people, so
all of this that you're looking at is known as the Blowing Point Harbor, and it's a very wonderful location for fishing. I went out there yesterday and we caught 7 fish.
oh, nice.
We caught a lot, 4 tuna and 3 bonitos.
Nice.
I'm also a fisherman. All the way into Galena. You have the lighthouse, the last point that you're looking at, that's Galena Point where the lighthouse sits. Coming around Galena, along with Little Bay, along with Port Maria, and coming up you have Paji, from Paddy to Salt Bay, from Salt Bay to Black Sand Beach, from Black Sand Beach to Nikki, and that's where we're going. And once we hit Nikki, Holly said we're close to the falls. We have a rock down there called the Paradise Rock. Watch your step as you're coming down. If you don't trust that location, just walk down, walk inside here. And I take up one and just drop it like this, and it just shell right out.
Same splinter.
Yeah, it's the same splinter stone. Everyone laughs, yeah, man. Everyone laughs. They said, alright, honey, I apologize. don't need to.
Nikki Beach. Oh, the hike. That's where we're coming from. Can you believe it? We're right here. The journey continues, boy.
So this is Nikki River, along with Nikki Beach. Friendship. And this beach branch off from Kwame and Taki. This river here. It branch off from Kwame and Taki. So when you see this is running, that means that Taki is running and Kwame is swinging. And we saw this beach is swimming here.
So the tour guide just the man touch this and say we have some people ahead of us. Only in the movies I see them thing. Yo, the hike here rough. Rough.
Guluman, because it's always within the Guluman beads, which is these red beads here. Hold on, this is not the red beads, this is bird cherry. These are these little red beads here. We call it the Guluman beads. Oh, beautiful. That was a Caribbean dove that just flew across the path here. Alright, so the falls is actually named after a slave as we're about to approach a slave village known as the Kwame village.
You mentioned slave village. Do you have any maroon village up here?
We do have a maroon village which is in Buff Bay. That's when you're going into Portland. So many people didn't know that Taki and Kwame was they say they're cousins, but they are not much of a cousin. But let me tell you how it comes by now. Many people didn't know that Taki was a man who go around and dispatch slaves into British colony. Especially not just a slave that go to work, but a slave that is bright. Because that slave becomes a person of interest in terms of sending back information to others, to him, for him to can create his rebellion against the British.
Oh, smart one.
So what Taki did was to put Kwame right along this British colony. So around here they usually have sugar cane, lots of sugar cane, and there's an army barrack. There's also a church down here, and we'll see that as we reach down to that location. Now, because of how slave was treated, Taki was granted Kwame was granted the area to be a preacher. So he could have read, and he is a preacher. He read the Bible, and he preached to his slave, telling that the hope will come. Don't worry on yourself. But then again, he was disturbed, wrath in himself, giving his people them hope. But at the end of the day, they're quarreling. You mention hope, but still we're treated like dogs and slaves, which they are. It is very hard for us. When are we going to see this hope? He is getting frustrated also. But what he keeps on doing is that whenever the British will comes in with cannon guns and gunpowder, he will send the information to Taki, and Taki will ambush that chariot and takes away the guns, the gunpowder, cannons, foodstuff, so feed his people, because his gang was known as the Gorilla Gang. Or the mass man. And when I say the mass man is the way he used nature, the mud, the leaf, the dirt, and put on his tattoo on himself. He could stand right here and you walk past him. Well camouflaged into the forest. He has taught his man them how to do so. So when they're ambushing a chariot, the attack is coming from all over. British man have no chance to raise gun to put the gun. They're all ambushed, all killed and taken away. Taking away the stuff. So because going back to Kwame now, Kwame was disturbed and feeling upset. Kwame needs some time to free his mind. But little did Kwame didn't know that at every moment he was watched by a set of British soldiers. Not because they have given him the right to move around freely. He is under heavy security guard watching. But he knows also. So, you know, the flood keeps on coming down 24/7, washing out the village. And he said, you know what? We need to put a stop to that, because at the end of the day, it's his people have to deal with all the putting back, and some of his people get washed away. So he said he's going to follow that falls, and we're going there today. But before we do that, let's go and see where Kwame used to preach. And it's not just Kwame alone preaching that village, you know, in that church. You do have a little witchcraft going there also. Voodoo man doing his thing. So we start by looking at here. As you can see, some of these building that has built, which was known, this was a bell that built right along here that will make an announcement on time situation. All right, we're going down, and let's go and visit this church inside here. The church is known as the Ebenezer. Oh, know what this is? Oh,
Cocoa.
this is cocoa. Oh, and all these little blossoms that you're seeing, supposed to be a cocoa coming.
This one is ripe.
That one not ready, and it's as a fungus on it. So we would say, do not touch that plant, because you can just allow all these trees to be
get infected.
Once bring his people and preached, giving them hope, telling them that don't need to worry. 3 centuries they have repaired this church, and wherever you see the bricks edges, it shows you that these are British colony. British, you build this. If you don't see any bricks,
repeat that? Whenever you see the
bricks, tells you that these are built by the British. That means you're in a British colony. But if you don't see any bricks, that means it is built by the Spanish, because the Spanish is not much of a brick person. When the British take over from the Spanish, they said, this is us. We are the brick people. And if you go up into, you go into England and look into England here, man. Oh, bricks plant up on bricks. Compartment that was torn down, hunted for treasure. And to be honest, they did find some small, beautiful knives, I heard, and some little knives with some little pearls on top.
Oh.
They did find some of that. All guns also was also finded in this location, and there's a part into the sea right now that if you go down there and start to dive, like scuba diving, you will see cannon guns still there, along with some little other artifactures in terms. Like that. Look at this fig tree here. This is what we call the strangling fig tree. You notice what it's doing? Taking control of this area and ripping it and
So just wrap it up and like it's strangling it for true.
yeah. So this was once known as where the main river usually runs. So they have built this water mill for when the river comes, they will turns that mill.
That's a water mill?
Yeah, this is a water mill. We're going closer. Oh, you're dead. Oh.
What's that?
Wow. I went there a couple colony. They had like over 1,000 on top of thousands of slaves. So most of like St. Elizabeth coming back all the way along the north, coming up.
You know, crooks in the ear.
With my foot.
Boy, what a time to ask. Right?
Go again?
You know clocks, right?
Me? No, but you can't keep your crocs on.
I mean crocodile.
No, no.
We have crossed about 4 rivers already, and we're not yet at the falls.
What's the step on the stone? Whoa! Whoa! Ay, 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 ay. It is cold! Oh, Jesus! Oh, man! This is cold! Woo! Ay, 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 ay! Whoa! Whoa! Now,
So they would have break it
you'll
down.
break it down, but guess what? It's still on blue foot because Gilbert, ever heard about Gilbert? That guy was a 3-year-old. Gilbert was the one who was pooping this area with the heavy water. Gilbert was terrible, man. I was living in Kingston at that time.
Yeah, so I have to pause for a little. because this hill is very steep. Very, very steep. This is very steep. I have to pause for a little. The height of this falls the normal. Like, trust me, you have to really fit. I'm gonna put to the phone now because I need both hands. I need both hands, trust me. Yeah, if you like nature, if you like the forest, if you like hiking, this is a good outing. Yeah man, it's really nice, trust me. Where we're coming from, you would imagine how far we are right now from where we actually park our vehicle. Oh, we had a lot of rainfall yesterday, so the river is not so clean right now. But this is Kwame Falls. Very beautiful. You can see that if it wasn't dirty, it would have been a really nice view. Kind of disappointed I won't be able to swim, but I'll definitely come back next time. Hopefully I can take a larger group if anyone is interested. This is Kwame Falls. Yep. Hermit crab.
Right here, go. You just keep walking on. I always say use these rocks to kind of balance yourself. Alright, see these?